Hi everybody, Levi Clay here, and I'm back again, and this time I have a bit of a dilemma, and I'm hoping that you guys can help me come to some sort of conclusion on this. I'm genuinely interested in your input. So when I started doing my year of gear videos this year, there were a bunch of really cool guitars from Ibanez. And in that video I said this year might be the year that I buy a guitar with a tremolo again. Now I own probably 15 really nice guitars at this stage in my career, and over the years I've gradually traded away and sold all of my guitars with tremolos, and I have a collection of wonderful guitars that are all fixed bridges. This makes sense. At heart I'm very much a Telecaster player. It's what I really lean towards in terms of approach to the instrument, but not having a tremolo seems like a bit of an oversight, and as fate would have it, I just had a session come in where a tremolo is pretty essential for getting the sound that the person is looking for. So I figured, well, I could borrow a guitar with a tremolo, or I could follow through on my promise and grab myself a guitar with a tremolo. And I'm kind of stuck between three particular models. And when I posted about this on social media last night, it got a lot of conversation going on which models people would go for. So I thought what I'd do is have a poll on Facebook and Instagram to get people's input on what they would buy if they were in this position. If they could pick one of these three guitars, what would they go for? Now, as the screenshot on this video will have told you, those three models are the Ibanez EH10, that's the Eric Hansel signature model, the Ibanez MM1, that's the Martin Miller signature model, or the Ibanez AZ242, now that's the Seafoam Green Premium Series AZ series. These are three very different guitars. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring them up on screen, and honestly, I'm very interested in your input on this. I would love it if you could pick one of these three guitars and let me know in that comment section below what you would go for if you could have one of these three guitars. Before you make comments like, well, Levi, I'd want to try all three of them out and decide which one was the best one for me. Sure. Of course, that's what you want to go for in the end, but what is the thing that leads you to pick a guitar up in the first place? It's either going to be the specs or the looks. And the main thing I'm really looking at here is these are similarly spec'd instruments, but it's about look. I'm going for what am I going to enjoy having featured in my videos. So, first up is the AZ242 Premium Series. Now this is a stunning seafoam green finish, and when I was looking at the Ibanez catalogue and my favourite guitars that they've released this year, favourite new models they had this year, this came number one for me because I love a seafoam green finish. I just love a seafoam green finish. It's as simple as that. Now I know that Ibanez have offered a prestige level seafoam green AZ series guitar. I'm not entirely sure if it's necessary for me to go to the expense of a prestige when the premium series, to be honest, are generally very good guitars, especially for the money that you pay for them. So yeah, this beautiful seafoam green finish, which I am a big fan of. You have that lovely neck joint, though of course this is going to be consistent on all of these models. Wonderful seafoam green finish. And if you just look at the specs, so this is a basswood body with a roasted maple fingerboard, has the jumbo stainless steel frets, 24 frets, the Goto T1502 tremolo. I'm sure they all have that. I could be wrong on that. We'll do a better comparison as we go. You get the idea. That's when I look at this, I'm drawn to the look. I'm absolutely drawn to the look. And that means a lot, right? Let's talk about another guitar that I'm very drawn to the look of. This is the Ibanez EH10, the Eric Hansel signature model. So Eric Hansel of the band Chon. Now, I'm okay with this being a signature model for a guitar player that I'm not a fan of. To be clear, I don't dislike his playing. It's just Chon aren't really a band that I listen to. So I'm certainly not looking at this and going, oh, I've got to have Eric Hansel's signature model. I'm looking at this and thinking, this is a beautiful looking guitar. This has a lot of things that appeal to me. I think probably immediately you can all tell that main thing that appeals to me is the Telecaster pickup in the neck. But no, there's something very classy about this guitar. I love the fact that it doesn't have a signature on it. There's no tramp stamp at the 12th fret. You would really need to know Ibanez's catalogue, Ibanez's range to look at this and immediately tell me it's a signature model and whose signature model it is. And I think that's a nice classy touch. As we scroll down and take a look at the pictures of this, you know, it has that more subtle green coming through the finish on it, which is kind of nice. I do like the inlays on it. You know, they're subtle again, not over the top. So again, that nice neck joint, as you would expect on an AZ. Yeah, kind of cool, right? Nothing too offensive there. And as we scroll down, if we look at this, this is a walnut top, and then what's that? Nyato body? I'm not entirely sure what that is, to be completely honest with you. a Jatoba fretboard, offset white block inlays, and of course the roasted maple neck. Jumbo stainless steel frets, 24 frets, and the Goto T1502. Let's just double check. Yeah, the T1502. Tremolo system, string spacing, etc. Yep, fine. So I look at this, and really, to me, the difference between this and the Seafoam Green, the AZ240, sorry, AZ242, is finish, right? I look at this and it's different. That telly pickup really grabs me, though. There's something magical about that telly pickup. And some people have said, well, they would prefer it if there were 3 pickups in here. But remember, it's a scratch plate, right? So it's easy enough to add another pickup to this if you really, really want it. Don't know if it was something that I would personally need, but it's totally there if you would like it. Now we get into the expensive land. So this is the Ibanez MM1 from my good friend, one of my best friends, Martin Miller. Now I've wanted one of these guitars ever since this was announced. It makes me so happy to see that Martin Miller, my longtime brother in arms, has a signature model with Ibanez. That's unbelievable. And to hear that there was a period last year where it was Ibanez's 3rd best-selling guitar. I think actually there was a production run where it was their 2nd best-selling signature model, which is absolutely incredible. Makes me incredibly happy. What you get with this, though, is you get that made in Japan aspect. And made in Japan means you're going to pay for this. I do love the look of this guitar, let me be super clear. The blue is, right up my street, and there's that flame maple top, which is absolutely stunning. And of course, that made in Japan level of quality is going to come with this. The thing that really grabs me with this particular model, though, is when you scroll to let's just quickly look at those pictures because they're beautiful, right? That same basic neck joint on there. Yep. This is a pretty guitar. There is no denying that. When we come down and look at the spec sheet for this, the thing that you are going to notice on this, on the top, back, and body, is that while it is a flamed maple top, it is an African mahogany body. Martin is the only guy, or at least he certainly was the only guy, that had an AZ with a mahogany body. Now that really appeals to me because I love mahogany guitars. But outside of that, the MMS Tech wood, roasted maple, and bridge-wise, we have the T1802 tremolo, which is actually different from the EH10. This is the T1502. So if I'm completely honest, I'm not entirely sure of the difference between those. Just bring that Martin one up. On face value, can I see a difference? They look very similar, but of course there will be a difference between these. Not sure what that difference is, and I should probably put in the research to find that out. I would imagine, of course, that the 802 is probably the better of them, as you would expect. Bone nut, yeah, chrome. Honestly, this is a huge, huge dilemma for me because I love all 3 of these guitars. I think they're absolutely stunning instruments, and I just don't know which one I would buy. Honestly, I'm leaning towards the EH10. I think it might be the cheaper of the lot as well, which is a nice bonus. But really, as I say, this is less about are you guys going to influence me? Well, no, ultimately I'm going to go with the guitar that I decide is right for me. But when I put these 3 guitars up, it was very interesting to see such differing opinions on this. So I'd be very interested for you guys to give me your input. If you could buy one of these 3 guitars, the Ibanez EH10, the Ibanez MM1, or the Ibanez AZ242 in Seafoam Green, that's important, because we're not talking about other finishes. I'm talking about the Seafoam Green. I want to know, of the 3 guitars that I have picked, which of those 3 would you buy? Let me know in that comment section below. Now, of course, I am also interested in other suggestions. So if you do have other suggestions that are outside of this, that's fine. But please, if possible, do let me know as well which of these 3 you would pick. And then on the bottom of that, add in a further suggestion so I can go and do some more looking. Because, of course, something else may jump out at me. You never know. These things do happen. And, of course, if there are any other guitars that you are looking that don't fit these categories, but you're looking to buy this year, I'm always interested in looking at guitars full stop. So please do let me know in that comment section below. Right, that's all I have for you. Finally, just say a huge thank you to my supporters over on Patreon. There's a chance that I might be using some Patreon money and session money to buy a new guitar. It's a really questionable business model, right? Hey, we need you to do this recording for us. Awesome. How much does it pay? Well, it pays this much. Cool. I'm going to go and spend 4 times that on a guitar so I can do the job. But that's what we do, right? When we are passionate about the thing that we do for a living, we tend to spend all of our money and time thinking about it and doing it. And when I spend all of my earnings from sessions and things on gear, knowing that you guys are still supporting me and I can, turn up with groceries from my family is very much appreciated. So thank you very much. And of course, you can head on over to Amazon, check out one of my books over there. Great way to support the channel. I do have a new book out at the moment, actually, that's just come out, and it's called 100 Slide Licks for Blues Guitar. And of course, you can check that out by, again, looking for Levi Clay on Amazon. I'll probably get rid of that. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this video, please do check me out on Patreon by clicking this button up here. You can subscribe by clicking this button down here, and you will see 2 more videos here and here. Do check them out. And yeah, honestly, this is all about feedback. I want to get an idea of which of these particular models is more popular. So let me know in that comment section below, and I will see you for another video soon. Laters.